salvation. He rose and conquered the grave. Jesus conquered the grave. So take me as you find me, all my fears and failures. Fill my life again. I give my life to follow everything I believe in. Now I surrender. Savior, He can move the mountains. My God is mighty to save. He is mighty to save. Forever, author of salvation. He rose and conquered the grave. Jesus conquered the grave. Shine your light and let the whole world see. We're singing for the glory of the risen King. Jesus, shine your light and let the whole world see. We're singing for the glory of the risen King. Savior, He can move the mountains. My God is mighty to save. He is mighty to save. Forever, author of salvation. He rose and conquered the grave. Jesus conquered the grave. Savior, He can move the mountains. My God is mighty to save. He is mighty to save. Forever, author of salvation. He rose and conquered the grave. Jesus conquered the grave.
Morning, everybody. Please take your seats. I want to say that to all of you who feel weary and you want rest, to all who feel guilty and need a Savior, to all who feel doubt and want assurance and peace, well, this church opens wide its arms with a welcome of Jesus Christ to every single one of you this morning. Jesus, He is the one who gives rest to the weary. He's the one who provides forgiveness for the guilty. And He is the Prince of Peace for those who need peace. So a massive welcome to every single one of you. Now, I wonder what kind of January you have had. It feels like it's been a long January, hasn't it? I don't know if it's just me. Long, dreary, dark, dank, cold. I wonder how you walked into church this morning, or even the last week that you've had. Maybe it's been a great month or a great week and you feel on top of the world, or maybe it's felt monotonous or slow, or maybe it's felt really sad. I wonder, how did you come into church this morning? Well, however you came, I want you to know that there is a Savior who can provide you with the rest and satisfaction that every human heart is craving. And He can do that today. So welcome to you. Now let me introduce who I am and who we are. My name's James. I'm lead pastor here. And we are Bradford and Ruffin Baptist Church. People call us BRBC. And our big mission statement in church life is loving Jesus together and helping others to do the same. That is what we do as a church family. Now, how's the service going to pan out this morning? Well, in a moment or two, we're going to have something called the all-in slot. After that, we're going to sing some songs together. Then we have a mid-service break, and the kids go out into their groups. And then across the church, in here and in all of the kids' groups, there is age-specific teaching. And us grown-ups, we're going to be continuing on with our series in 1 Peter. But make sure you stick around for a coffee and a donut afterwards. That's such an important part to connect and catch up with others in our church family. Now, before we continue on in our service, I've got some need-to-knows for you guys this morning. So the first one is for tonight. This evening, we have something called Love Your Neighbor. Love your neighbor is us kind of saying, right, we're not going to have anything going on at church this Sunday night. Because life is crazy, life is demanding, family life is hectic, church can be busy too. So it's carving out space in our diary to connect with others. So there'll be nothing here tonight, but we encourage the whole BRBC family to you could be building bridges with and building some community and those relationships. Love your neighbor is all about that. So think about, maybe you've already got it mapped out, but if you haven't already, maybe there's a neighbor you could be having around this afternoon for cake and coffee. Maybe there's a neighbor you could be sharing your dinner with tonight. Love your neighbor. We are passionate about you guys, us together, building connections with our community. Okay, next one comes up actually it was going to be this week. Hope Explored. Now, you would have seen these postcards by the doors when you came in. We've been on about it for weeks. Now, to make it more accessible, we realized there was a lot of people signing up who are saying, I can come to the other two, but I can't come to the first one. So what we're going to do is start Hope Explored, not on the 30th of January, but it's going to start on the 6th of February. So not this Tuesday, but the next following Tuesday, Hope Explored. It is a basic introduction to what it means to be a Christian and to know the hope that comes through Jesus. So there are still 1 or 2 spaces left. I think we can squeeze people in. So if you do not yet consider yourself a Christian, or you know somebody who would be interested in Hope Explored, there is still now time to therefore grab those last 2 spaces and invite them along, or you can sign up too. You can do that through the link in the email or on our website. More details there. Okay, 2 more for us. BRBC Weekend Away. We have loved how many people have signed up this week. It looks like it's going to be really, really fun. So there are still spaces, of course. We've tried to make as much space as possible. There's loads of spaces on the campsite and a few more in the main house at Sizewell. So this is BRBC's first church weekend away. Sign up is open. We want you to be there. Now, if this is going to be financially difficult, don't be afraid or ashamed to let us know. We don't want that to be a burden or a barrier to you guys being there and us all being together as a church family. So jump onto our website, go onto the church calendar, and you can sign up. And you have any questions, please let us know. We're up for a really good weekend and pray for good weather too. Okay, finally, ladies of BRBC, don't forget, the sign-ups are now open for the new Women's Bible Conference, Hope Renewed. That's coming up at the end of April. Really encouraged again by the amount of sign-ups we've seen this week. It is now open to women from other churches and outside of the BRBC family as well. They can come too. But if you've not booked your space, jump onto that website, click the Hope Renewed link, and sign up right there. It looks like it is going to be a fantastic time for the women of our church family. All right, that's everything I have for the need to knows, but now we move into something called the all-in slot. This is when we learn something as a church family. It might be a Bible memory verse. It might be something about one of our mission partners, or like last week, it's something about church life. Well, we're going to stay with that theme of church life, and I want to highlight to you a wonderful group that we have going on in our church that not many people know about. Let's have that slide up. It is the Fellowship Lunch. It's coming. I know it's coming. I know it's there. There it is. Right, okay, we'll go back a bit. Here we go. Fellowship Lunch. Now, the Fellowship Lunch is a group that meets at BRBC once a month. It's where they eat lunch together, where we sing songs, and we hear a message from the Bible. Now, the Fellowship Lunch is open to everyone, but the people who come along to this are usually those who are retired, even some elderly people who live on their own, and it's a great space to find community and to hear about Jesus. So every month we have loads of people coming along. Now, at the Christmas one in December, we took some photos to give you guys a little taster of what happens here. So these are the ladies who help out. In particular, the 3 ladies on the left, Barbara, Liz, and Anita, they get here early on a Thursday and they start cooking. And I'm talking like 8:30, 9 o'clock. They're in the kitchen ready for lunch. And then we hand all of the food out to everybody who's there. There's Alan handing out some of the food. Now, I'm really sorry if you've not had any breakfast and you're feeling hungry. I'm about to show you what's on that plate. That was the Christmas roast dinner. I'm telling you, people get some good food when they come along to this. And then we sit together. You'll recognize this room is where the Sunday school meets on a Sunday morning. Everybody gets together and they eat. And then we push the tables back to the side where we sing some songs and there is a message as well. I think this is a very special ministry and serves a lot of wonderful, wonderful people. But what I want to do is to get Alan and Barbara up, if that's okay, just to do a little bit of an interview about them, because they've led this ministry. Come on, you two. They've led this ministry for many, many years, and we want to find out a bit about this ministry and how we can pray for them. Yes. So, could you tell us a little bit about Fellowship Lunch, please, you two?
Yeah,
Use that microphone, Alan.
Sorry.
There you go.
The lunches are held on the fourth Thursday of each month, from September through to June. We shop on the Wednesday beforehand, and on the Thursday morning, 2 or 3 ladies arrive to prepare the meals for about 30 people each month. The meals start at 1 o'clock with a cooked main course, followed by a sweet, and then cheese and biscuits, followed with a cup of tea or coffee. We had one this last Thursday. Perhaps you're just going to explain what we had on Thursday this last week.
On Thursday we had chicken with a sweet and sour sauce with baked potatoes, carrots, sprouts and sweet corn. And then we had an apple tart and custard to follow.
Love it.
Very tasty. Following the meal, we move the tables and chairs around into a semicircle. And then, as James said, we have a few notices, some hymns, some favourites.